Right now, I'm pretty much as far west in Texas as you can possibly be.
This is us. If we scroll out, we got Mexico there, New Mexico there, and then the rest of Texas over on this side of the map.
And for reselling, what that means is this is the last time I'm going to be able to source Academy Sports and Outdoor for probably... gosh, I don't even know. I might never source it again. So today, we're hopefully gonna hit up 2 academies. I'm gonna grab tax exempt form because this is the last state I'm gonna be able to use it. Probably not for too long. Just New Mexico doesn't take out-of-state resale certificates. We're gonna head to 1 academy now and then probably 1 after a little bit of time because my wife, Chris, right now has some meetings until about 2 o'clock and it's like 11 something. So hopefully we can get out of here in about 2 hours. We have a decent amount of returns for academy though, so we'll bring those in and I'm gonna do those first because I always forget to do them at the end, especially if I have a full card. I feel bad about doing the full card as well as returns. They do still have their clearance sale going and I think they actually just bumped it up. So now you can buy clearance stuff plus get an additional 30% off. So I'm hoping that makes up for the fact that everything is likely very picked over right now. I don't really have a specific goal for today, just as much as possible, but I like to have over $1,000 of profit, seeing as though we'll only be out for maybe 4 hours. And if you're a little worried about everything selling, kind of like I was in the last sourcing vlog, luckily since then all my stuff has gotten into Amazon and started selling, and I've already sold enough to pay off all the inventory and pay myself for this month, and there's still some left to sell.
Let's hope today we can add to these totals. About to do the return, but this looks pretty nice for clearance.
All right, $70 returned. Let's get started with hopefully making a lot of money. There's a lot of clearance here. Real quick, since the clearance is an additional 30% off, what we can go ahead and do is go into Scoutify 2. And on the app, if we go into the settings, we can go all the way over here into default discount and put 30%. So that way, when Scoutify is assuming the price and we scan something, it'll already have that discount calculated when it gives us what our ideal buy would be in terms of our buy cost. Let's get started. So what I'm looking for here are items that are at least 50% ROI, probably closer to 100%. And with this additional 30% off, it should make my life a lot easier. I do now have Keepa integrated with Scoutify 2, and I have a video on that if you're interested in how to get that done. It's really simple. But now I'll be able to actually check the Keepa charts on specific items, and I can show you some tricks with that potentially if there are any cool variations that I find out.
Also, since I found some fishing stuff,
But interestingly, while I was sourcing everything, I found out that you're not supposed to have a camera in here because of firearm stuff. So they just asked me not to film by the firearms, which is cool. I hope that they don't kick me out, or they won't kick me out. They'll just ask me to not film. Academy's always been chill. But I'm actually going to take off the default discount down to 0% because I am adding buy lists in my stores now. And so I want to put in the most accurate price myself while I'm putting in the buy list. So I'm just going to come to the scanners, which is where I'm at now, to make sure that everything is super profitable. But I think we're already off to a pretty good start, and it's been about 30 minutes, so I need to pick up the pace a little bit. All right, this is already taking a while. That took about 15 minutes, but this is all the stuff that's profitable. It's all pretty much over 100% ROI, and I think it's about $200 worth. This is stuff that's not. Couple big tips though. First is make sure you check UPCs. Just looking at an item, it's really hard to tell. Like these two look very, very similar. This one is not profitable. It's actually $3.99 here, whereas this one's $1, and you lose money without any buy cost on this one, and I make about 150% on this one. So this one's going back. And let's also real quick look at the Keepa chart specifically for this last one.
it's this item right here. You can see there's a decent amount of people on it, but the rank is 484,000. It's only $2.77 though, so you'd make $5 on one item. And if we look at the Keepa chart, there's only one of them here. We can see it hasn't sold a lot, but it's sold probably about 8 times in the past 2 or 3 months. And the price is normally around $11. Now it's around $12. So even if it drops by that $1.50,
I'm still making 150% to 200% return on investment. So we're picking all this up and we gotta keep going. I have a lot of the store to get through and probably only about an hour and 15 minutes. So we're about to start flying. I might have to do some voiceover for this next part, and then we can chat in the van after we check out to see how much our potential profit is before we go grab Chris.
So up until this point in this store, I had really only gone to the outskirts of it and I hadn't checked out the clothes. I still finished up the last couple clearance racks that were on the outskirts and then really went to the clothes. But unfortunately, everything was kind of mispriced because they had that additional 30% off. So I took all those clothes over to this price scanner and started scanning everything to see exactly how much it cost. Luckily, I was able to find a ton of profit, and the prices were even lower than I expected them to be, some of them netting me 200 or 300% return on investment.
this is absolutely insane. All of this is over 100% ROI, including this, because these used to be 25 or whatever. Now they're 11 bucks. Some of these shorts down here were $7 and you get back 20. I have so much more to go through, but this is insane. I'm probably gonna have to check out because Chris is expecting me in like an hour and a half and I have so much more to go through. Oh, this is wild. I'll show you my cart before I check out. Interestingly, it turns out I pretty much found everything at that point. Luckily, it's like 580 bucks of stuff at over 100% ROI, so it should be really good. But I want to talk specifically about this shirt and what we see when we look at it on Scoutify 2 and why it can be a little misleading. This is the shirt. It's a small shirt. It's pretty nice, $55 retail. And so we want to see if it sells on Amazon. Let's scan it up real quick. We're seeing right now there's listings for $39.58. I actually did buy this initially because I didn't know about this before, but I have that one on hand, which honestly is probably going to be about $23 that I never get back unless something changes on the listing. And I'm hopeful that it might because summer is coming up. So if it hasn't sold a lot so far, maybe it will closer to summer. But when we see this, we see it's a 63,000 rank, which isn't that bad in clothing. However, that's kind of misleading because that's not just for this one shirt. That's for every variation of this shirt. So if we go down here to research and then look at the Keepa chart, we'll see a couple things. First off, even though it's a good rank, it's only sold a few times recently. Looking up here, we can see those little ticks down. It is at a good price, so that's not bad. There aren't too many offers, there's 4, but that even up there isn't necessarily representative of just this shirt. I want to zoom out on this to see if it sold any before, and it looks like there's not been a lot of sales up until recently. But what's important to look at here is this variations tab right here. Click on that and we'll see that there is so many different types of this shirt. There are 400 total reviews, which is kind of nice. This variation page takes a little bit to load, especially on mobile while I'm in the store. But after it pulls up, we'll see a bunch of different colorways of this shirt, and they all have a little bit different prices. Amazon's on some of them, not on others. But if we scroll over here to where it says ratings and we sort by ratings, see what has the most ratings to the least, we see that one of these shirts, this one, this large black print shirt, has 9 ratings, and then all of these other shirts have all of the other reviews. You see I'm scrolling so much, and I haven't hit any of this Kona colored shirt, honestly, yet. I looked through it already before. Still in the 1 ratings, which is making up the bulk of those 400, still in the 1s, and we have yet to see any of this Kona colored shirt, let alone the Kona colored small shirt. Now we're starting to see some that are red, but they're still not even the same colorway, and now we're already in the 0 ratings. So if we keep scrolling down, we'll finally find the first Kona shirt. I might have scrolled past it, but it should be around here. But we can see we scrolled through so many that have 0 ratings, meaning that this is probably never sold on Amazon. Hopefully it'll sell for me because I already bought one, but I'm definitely not going to be buying another one. And that's just important to know when you're buying specifically clothes. They have normally a lot of variations, either in sizes or colorways, and it's important to pick up the ones that are actually selling, and having Keepa and that little variations thing can be important. So if you need Keepa or InventoryLab, use the links down in my description and you can pick those up for yourselves. If you have any questions about that, let me know. But let's go get to checking out, grabbing Carissa, and then hopefully hitting the second academy today. We might have to do it tomorrow though, but I kind of want to leave and go to some national parks, so we'll see.
Believe it or not, I had a longer receipt last week.
No, you didn't. Come on.
Yeah, she got a lot of things.
What do I have to go buy to beat it? Well, that was a lot. I only spent about 590 something, but it did only take about 2.5 hours to make all that happen. I'm definitely gonna need to organize that mess, but I have to go grab Carissa first. So let's do that, and then we'll talk about the totals. And after she's done with her run today, probably after dinner time, we'll hit up the next academy and hopefully break over $1,000. I doubt we won't be able to do it, but I'm stoked that I was able to find so much, especially a lot of fishing stuff, because that is gonna be a great ROI. But I do hate that the cashier said someone came in, had a longer receipt than me last week, meaning if they didn't come, I might have been able to double or triple how much I spent. So let's go grab her. Got dark. All right, that's a little bit better. Getting a little late, it's 6:45. I played a couple rounds of disc golf and we're just kind of chilling. But now I'm gonna go ahead and upload into InventoryLab the buy list that we created in Academy. And I think we'll still have time to hit up the last one, but we might have to make it real fast. All right, here in InventoryLab, we're gonna go up here to import buy list. I've already downloaded it from my email, so we'll go ahead and just add it in. I'm hoping that we're around $700 of profit, which would be over 100% ROI. Doubt that we'll be below it. I'm also hoping we're able to sell everything that we got. Oh my gosh. We can see there are so many issues. 16 issues out of 63 SKUs. I either need to replenish them because I bought them before, or I need to merge duplicates. Because I put every single individual product in because I wanted to make sure I got all the sizes correct. So it looks like everything is merged up. And we'll go to Amazon validation, and we'll just be waiting on a profit number right down here. Hopefully say 700 to 1,000 bucks. Come on, go faster. Oh my gosh, that's honestly a surprise. Only $598 of net profit. I thought it would be a lot more than that. Don't know why I would complain much about working for 2.5 hours and making about 600 bucks, but I did put a lot of minimum prices, and I might be able to get higher pricing, which is something that I do with my repricer, which is Be Cool. I have linked down in the description for an extra free trial for you guys if you're interested in a repricer or you need one. Let's go see if we can make another 500 to 600 bucks at the next academy. All right, we made it. 7:30, so it's a little late. They close at 9, so we gotta get moving. All right, we're heading in with pretty much the same plan. We're just gonna source all the clearance stuff. I didn't find a lot of replenishables here because they raised the prices on everything recently, which stinks. Hopefully we can spend another 500 bucks, but I'm gonna try to really speed through this. So Anthony and voiceover, let's take over.
Honestly, I had a pretty similar plan coming into the store that we did in the last one. The one thing that I checked that was kind of new was some boat cleaners, and it did look like they were gonna be profitable. I was able to sell some of them. I wasn't able to sell a lot of boat stuff, but I went to the price scanner and checked them like I did with all this other fishing stuff that you see me scanning through now. And it turns out that they were just the normal price. I probably could have gotten to give me the cheaper price, but I really needed that extra 30% off to make them super profitable. I scanned so many of these fishing lures, and I think I wasted probably 20 or 30 minutes, and I only found maybe 3 or 4 products that would make me maybe max $10, so that was a big wait.
Hey, so I realized I'm a big stupid idiot, and you might have noticed that because the time lapse, and probably my voiceover, cut pretty abruptly. I could have sworn that this place closed at 9, because that's where all of them in Orlando closed, but it closed at 10. I got to like 8:35, and I had not scanned any of the clothes at the price checker, so I was flying through it. I would not have been out of there. It's 9:25 now. Especially bad because I had some trouble with my tax exempt form. They still took it and everything, but they had to ring me up 3 times and do it manually, so that was not good. Didn't do super phenomenally. Kind of hard because having deeper clearance means that things are way more picked over. So we still spent just around $1,000 today, because this is $402. And it's the first time that I've gone to Academy and my Scoutify 2 has actually matched up with what I paid. So I'm stoked about that. Let's figure out how much the profit was. I don't think it was 100% again, but we might be right around $1,000 for the day. Question becomes, don't fall, oh. Yeah, that's the question. Where are we gonna put it? Honestly, it's not even that bad that I wasn't able to film too much in there, because nothing super interesting happened except for me freaking out about getting out of there on time. Let's talk to the totals, because this is the last time I'm gonna be able to source Academy for a long time. I haven't shown this for a couple of videos, so I'll show you real fast what I'm doing to get the buy list from my phone into InventoryLab. It's very simple. In Scoutify 2 here, all I have to do is either hit this button to send something to my email, but you don't even need to do that, honestly, because InventoryLab updated it probably like 6 months ago at this point. I still am doing it the old-fashioned way because I'm slow to learn things, apparently. But if you head over into InventoryLab and log in, I already have the batch open, so we'll head over to list and prep. And all you have to do is these 3 dots right over here in the corner. You click on those, and then you hit import buy list. What I normally do is select the file, but you don't even have to do this. You see this include buy list from Scoutify? Since I have it open, I can just click into it and process it without having to send it from my phone, and then all I'll have to do is archive it so that I don't have it again. Since we're gonna be out of Texas, and therefore pretty much all the stores that I'm used to sourcing, besides like the national chains like a Ross, Marshalls, Walmart, they're gonna be gone for me. I'm not gonna be able to do it anymore. So if you have any stores that are in the New Mexico, Arizona, or anywhere kind of west of Texas, let me know and I'll source them. We can do challenge video. If you leave it in a comment down below and I go source that, so definitely shout you out in the video for giving me the tip, especially if I make a lot of money. But while we wait for Amazon to continue validating this, I am excited that I'm pretty much good with sourcing for the month of February because of how much I did last month, but it looks like it's all done. Oh, and this was way better. We made over 100% ROI here. So we're at $1,000 of profit. We were in there for 2 hours, and these are the overall numbers if you're interested. 75 SKUs, so different items, 163 total items, average sales rank of 113,000, which is pretty good. Total sales value of $3,000, buy cost just over $1,000, net profit almost 1,100 bucks. We were sourcing for 4.5 hours, so 200 bucks isn't the best, at least not compared to this video, but I am pretty stoked about the ROI. I will have to ship it out, and I'll probably film that. So subscribe for that video, and I'll see you guys soon. I don't know when. You don't know when, but it'll be soon.